Hey guys, Andy from Andy Goblin Fishing. Well, we're getting here in early to mid-fall, getting ready for winter here in a little bit. It's almost jerkbait time, so I'm going to give you a few tips here on some jerkbait fishing for mid-fall, late fall to early winter fishing. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the video. Okay guys, the first thing we're going to go over is sizes of baits. I fish all three type sizes of baits in my winter time and fall and stuff. I fish a lot of the small suspending jerkbait, like these. I fish what I call a mid-size, which is something like the Mega Bass 110 Junior. This happens to be a +1. And then my larger sizes is what I call just like the Mega Bass, 110s. And I also fish the big old style Rogue. This is an older Rogue. This is a big, pretty big bait. So I fish it also. I'm going to talk a little bit about colors here. Some of the colors I use, I don't know if you can see this very well, but in extreme clear water, on bright sunny days and clear days and things, I use something with a transparent. So what you want to do is put your finger behind it, make sure you can see through the bait. So that's what I'm looking at, for something like that. And then when I go to a full, that's cloudy, windy, rainy days. Here's like a full type bait, that I use. Here's another full type bait. You can see something full that you can't see through, and that mainly is going to work on that type of water whenever you're cloudy, windy, rainy. Lower light really puts off a lot of vibration and works really good. The other colors, the other color I guess you want to call it, is something like a matte finish. This is a matte finish here. It's a painted bait, like a matte finish. And I fish this mainly when the water's not that. Your jerkbait water, you want it fairly clear, but sometimes you can have a little tint to it. And especially during your fall turnovers, it seems like your matte colors catches them really well. Size of the baits, a lot of these are going to run in the 3 to 5 foot range. Most of your small ones like this, in the 3 to 5. I fish them a lot on especially on the shallow water rivers and back of pockets and things like that when the fish are fairly shallow. These are great river jerkbaits. The small ones, great river jerkbaits. So I like throwing that. When you move to a medium size, it's going to run in the 4 to 6 feet range. If you go to the deeper one like this, you're going to run a little over 6 foot, 7 foot deep, 6 to 8 foot deep. Same thing on your large ones, your 4 to 6, and if you go to a large one with the longer bill with a +1 or a +2, you're going to run 7 to 10 foot. So that's kind of keep it simple on that. Now, I'm a little different than a lot of guys. I fish the real small jerkbait like this one here, and sometimes like this one here. I fish them generally with maybe a spinning rod, 6 to 8 pound test line. 6 if I'm fishing like on one of the clear water lakes here. If I'm going to the rivers or something where there's a lot of smallmouth, I'll fish it on 8 pound because getting the bait down is probably not what you're looking for. You're generally looking to keep the bait up a little bit higher. So if I go to 8 pound, it runs a little bit shallower. You go to just your medium ones, like say they're 4 to 6 foot. I'm throwing this on a casting rod, something in a 6 to 7 foot, medium action casting rod. Generally throw it on 10 pound test line. So do that. I don't know what I said it, but I'll say it again. I do throw these on a spinning rod, a medium action spinning rod. I do throw the smaller baits on a medium action spinning rod. The bigger baits here, I throw them like the 110s. I generally throw them, 10 pound test in a casting rod. Now, if I go to like one of the big old style Rogues like this, that's a pretty big heavy bait, sometimes I'll bump that up to 12 pound test line with the same type of rod. So that's my tips here on that. We're going to show you a couple fish catches here. Some fish, couple fish on the river maybe, and a couple fish on a clear water lake, to make sure that you know that this does work. So thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you would, please smash that like button and please subscribe to the channel. Thank you, guys.
Keeper? Oh, yeah. Yep. That's a keeper. Jerkbaiters. They're always right here on this boat.
Yep.
Always right here. Got another one? Oh, yeah.
That's that bar.
Jerkbait's it. Jerkbait's the deal, Andy. That's where we're getting all of our bites on is jerkbait.
Yep. Come right off that bar.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the ones we needed the other day.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. And that's usually what's around these places. Get him?
Yep.
Good keeper?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, now that's the kind we needed the other day. Look at he choked it too, didn't he? Another one, come on. Yeah. He's wild. He's wild. 50-degree water watching.
Yeah.
50-degree water watching.